Francis O'Neill was born in 1848 in Cork County in Ireland, not far from Bantry Bay in a little town. His father was a successful farmer, successful enough that I think he owned his own farm, so he was more or less exempt from the terrible famine that had been going on. The last year of the potato famine was 1848. His grandfather, he was famous near and far for the hospitality of his house, and young Francis O'Neill grew up hearing music from visitors who would come to the house and play pipes and play fiddles and flutes, things like that. In fact, his mother grew up in that environment too, and she knew hundreds and hundreds of tunes. She used to lilt them. Lilting is a form of vocal instrument imitation, and it started with people who were too poor to have bagpipes, things like that. And he left Ireland at the age of 16 to be an adventurer, went around the world as a seaman, and finally wound up in the New World. He met and married a girl. They had 11 children altogether, finally. He joined the police force in Chicago, I think, in about 1870, somewhere around there, and progressed through the ranks and became finally the superintendent of the police in Chicago. Captain O'Neill made it his life's work to collect all the songs. He hoped that it would be possible for him to write down all the tunes that ever existed in Ireland, but he realized very quickly that that was impossible. That, every piper played things differently enough to make it a different tune. But he found that there were a lot of Irish people from the Irish diaspora of the Great Famine in this country who played uilleann pipes and fifes and flutes and fiddles, and he made a great point of seeking them out. He also found that people knew songs that they could hum and whistle, and he would learn them on his flute. The Irish flute is different from the concert flute. It doesn't have keys on it. He also played bagpipes of several kinds. He played the uilleann pipes. Uilleann is the Gaelic word for elbow. It's a pipe that you play without blowing. It has a bellows that fits under your left arm, and you pump that while you're playing. With your right hand, you finger the chanter, which is on a flexible tube, and with the heel of your right hand, you can play the keys on the regulator pipes, which give sort of chords. For one thing, the Irish pipes, the Irish uilleann pipes, which are not very ancient, they were invented in the early 18th century, only about 300 years ago. So it makes them pretty recent instruments. Techniques for playing them vary, and a lot of the modern players don't use the regulator keys at all, but those that do very often play just everything with the tonic chord. A few of the better ones, like Leo Rosam, would play the top three chords on the three sets of buttons on these three pipes. And I think when I first heard Irish pipes played, it really appealed to me, partly because it had the same kinds of limitations you have on the harmonica. You only have a few chords there, and you have to use them when you can, and you have to keep them silent when you don't use them. The uilleann pipes are different in another way, and that is that you can make two tones with a pause between, da, da, whereas on the Highland pipes and the other pipes that you blow that have a bag, the sound is continuous, so you have to do da-da instead of da-da, da-da. You have to have a grace note. And there are different sets of grace notes for all the separations of tones. And that's where the words for a lot of the mouth music came from, the names of these grace notes that the pipers had to memorize as they practiced by singing. But Captain O'Neill believed it was possible to collect all this music before it died, and he was quite right, too. He collected, as I say, and wrote down with the help of John O'Neill, his sergeant, some 3,000 Irish tunes. Most of them would have disappeared almost completely if it hadn't been for him. He retired, I believe, in 1905, sometime around there, or 1907. His first book was published in 1905. That was his Music of Ireland. After he retired, he published The Dance Music of Ireland and several other books. I think he had 7 books to his name, collections of tunes, about 3,000 tunes altogether. One of the great bodies of folk tunes known in the world, I think. He lived until 1936. I never heard of him until long after he was dead, but I wish I could have known him.